Hello and welcome back, everyone, or welcome if you are new and just finding us here. I am Nicole. I am the creator behind Firefly Creations. And as I start talking, Tucker gets very interested and has to come hang out with us. So there he is. You'll get comfy here in a sec. About 2 years ago, I really got into crochet amigurumi, and that is what I've been doing for this time. Really just a bit of a hobby. I do work full-time as well and do this on the side. So it definitely keeps me busy. So with doing the crochet for the last 2 years, about a year and a half ago, I decided to start going to markets. I felt confident enough in the products that I was creating. So I decided to take it to market, see how it did. And so far it has been doing really well. That is the only platform I have outside of friends and family. I don't have any websites yet. I don't have an Etsy shop or anything like that. I'm hoping to change that in 2026. But yeah, a year and a half ago I started markets, and it's hard to believe that tomorrow is my last market of 2025 already. Today is Friday, December 12th, and tomorrow we have one more market to do. I wasn't even going to do another market last Saturday, December 6th. I had originally said that was going to be it for the season. This one popped up last minute. It's the first time they've ever done one, and it happens to be my old high school, so I couldn't turn down the opportunity to go and do this market. So there's quite a few people. It looks like there's going to be about 30 or 35 vendors there. A few of the vendors I have seen before and have been becoming friends with them as well. So it'll be nice to see everybody there. This week, I honestly haven't had a whole lot of time to get things done. I only have a couple of plushies that I have added to the list of what I already have. And I'll show you really quickly here. So I have this little guy that I just actually finished. So he is a little fox, little pudgy fox. I think I stuff him a little too full, but he's cute. So this is one of the no-sew patterns from Crochet by Jenna. I also have the Triceratops. So the fox I did in the Premier Parfait Chunky. I haven't used it a whole lot, so I keep forgetting about it. But yeah, so the Parfait Chunky in this one, for this one. And then we did the Triceratops, also by Crochet by Jenna, one of the no-sew patterns. And I used Sweet Snuggles Light for this pattern, so it works up a little bit bigger. And I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of the Parfait Chunky. I don't know, it's just too skinny. I don't like using the skinnier yarn. I do have a few skeins of it, so I will work through it and make some things up, but I don't think I will be buying that again. I think I'm going to continue still buying from Premier, but I'm going to do their Parfait Plush that is newer to their lineup, as well as the Chenille Brights as well. I do like that yarn. It's a little bit thicker, almost like a blanket yarn. So, and with that said, I have made one out of the Brights. So I did this turtle. This one's a little bit bigger than the one that I normally do. This is from a different pattern that I haven't used before. I will post the pattern right here, as well as I'll put it in the description below as well. But so I used the tie-dye for the top for the shell. It's the first time I've used the tie-dye. I really, really like it. So I think I will definitely buy some more in some different colors. And then we used the banana color for the fins and the body. I do kind of like this size. Like I said, it's a little bit bigger, and this one actually includes a little tail at the back. I've never done the turtle with the tail, so I'll be doing that pattern again. I did modify it just slightly. The way that the head was put on, I didn't really like how the pattern was written, even the fins as well. So I actually adopted how to put them in as a no-sew by the Friendly Red Fox. So the pattern that I normally use from the Friendly Red Fox, I just sort of adopted how I attached the fins and the head on those other turtles, and I put it on this turtle. So it worked out really well. And then the only thing I really have done so far is this guy here. So this I actually had made up. My mom had a coworker that was looking for a snowman with a Santa hat on it for her grandson for Christmas. So I made this one up, sent a picture, and she decided that it was a little too big. So she wanted something smaller. So I'm trying to find something to make up quickly that's a little bit smaller for her. So we'll take this guy to market. We'll put him on the table. Although it's kind of funny, depends on what angle you look at him. I kind of think he looks like a Christmas seagull. That's, I don't know. I'm just getting vibes of a seagull. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way the arms are on there, but anyways, we'll take him and put him on the table and see if anyone picks him up. If not, we will carry him into next year. The only other thing that I really have started and I haven't finished yet, I did start another snake in this sort of variegated color of blue and green. So shouldn't take too long. I mean, I don't have very much started to begin with, so we'll get that finished up as well. I do also have, I started a lot of projects this week and I don't know, I couldn't sit and finish one for some reason, but I don't know if I can actually grab it because it's all mess. These are all fins, so I'm going to do 2 different colors, one sort of in a green color, one in a pink color, for 2 more axolotls. So we'll see how much I get done. It's already about 7:30 in the evening right now, so if I get cracking on these, I should be able to get them done and take them with us tomorrow. But yeah, it's we're almost there. So I am going to sign off for tonight. I'm going to see what I can get done. I have everything charging. I have my Square charging. I basically have everything packed from last week. I didn't really unpack anything, so it should be easy enough just to pack up the car. The boys are off to basketball right now, so when they get home, we'll pack the car up with all the bins, get ready for tomorrow, and I will meet you back here tomorrow on market day. On another very snowy market day. I can't believe this is the second market in a row and it's snowing both days. This isn't quite the pretty snow we had last week. It's very fine, but it's still accumulating. The roads really haven't been plowed yet, at least my country roads, but to be expected. They'll focus on the main roads first. I am definitely taking the scenic route today. I am not taking the major highways. I don't know how clear they'll be, and it always seems like there's people spinning off the highway or getting into accidents, so I figured I would take it nice and easy and slow to market today. We don't have to be there until 8 o'clock to start setting up, and it's about 7:40. Usually only takes me about 15-20 minutes to actually get there, so I should get there right at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we can start setting up. It looks like, based on the email that I just received, looking at the map that they sent out, it looks like I am along the perimeter wall, which I would actually prefer. I'm not as fond of being in the center, and it's in the gymnasium, and it looks like there's lots of space between the vendors. So I'm at the very end of a row, so I might actually be able to corner my table a little bit and give myself a little bit more room. It is only one 6-foot table, so I won't have as much room as I did at the last market, but that's okay. I might stack up some of my wire shelves and make my own shelving unit, but we'll set up this table first and see how that looks, and if I need some extra space, I can always use my wire shelves. But the next stop will be at the school. We will meet up there. don't know what to say about this market. This market certainly didn't go as well as I had hoped. Couple factors, I think, for this one. One, the weather for sure. It was just a snowy mess. And like I said, it was that fine snow. It just makes everything slippery. Their roads weren't 100% to begin with from our previous snow. Everything still hadn't melted completely. So it was just another layer of snow on top of what was already there. So it definitely made it for a slippy ride. Now, for me, I don't find it that bad. We have an SUV, we have all-weather tires, and four-wheel drive. So all those things combined, I feel really comfortable driving in that weather, as long as it's not ice. And it wasn't ice, it was just snow. So if it's icy, it's a different story. But the snow I can handle. The other thing was almost no advertising of this market. This was the first time they have ever done a market, and I think that was one big mistake, that had there been some advertising or promoting the market, they may have seen a little bit more foot traffic. In the area that we are, it's bigger than a hamlet, like a little town, I guess. It's not really considered suburbs yet. It is growing where they are, so there are a lot of new houses in the area. So I thought there would have been a little bit more traffic, just even if it was people from that area coming in and not from afar. But it was not. It was very slow, to the point where this market ran from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Some people had brought up to the organizer that maybe it should only have gone till 3. Others were happy. A lot of people, this was their last market. This was my last market of the year and of the season. And this is the one that I went to last minute. And I wasn't going to go to this one. I mean, hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have. But, I mean, it was still a good day. I got some things done while I was there. So, not a complete loss. So from 10 to 11, there was almost nobody coming in. It was still snowing heavily at this point outside. And I don't even know if I had anybody come up to the table. A lot of people that were in the gym were just the other vendors wandering around, waiting for people to show up. At 11 to 12, it did pick up a little bit. There were a few more people coming in. Now, even throughout the entire day, it was a lot of family and friends that were coming in just to talk to the vendors, which is surprising because they were charging $2 at the door to even get in. So a lot of people that came in, I think, just hung around for quite some time. You saw a lot of the same faces doing the same loops over and over and over again and not really buying anything. They were just there to socialize. So 11 to 12, I sold one of the 3 for 10, so the little whales. I think I sold my last bee in that combo as well. I sold the cardinal that I had made a couple weeks back. I sold a keychain and then 2 leggy froggies to the same customer. So in that hour, we did $50. 12 to 1, another slow one. We had a little girl, she picked up that fox that I had just finished a couple days ago, so she bought that, so that was $20, and that's all we sold in that hour. 1 to 2, I sold the Triceratops, so another one that I had just finished before this market, and one of the little baby whales for $4. So all in total, $24 in that hour. 2 to 3, absolutely nothing. There was nobody coming in. At this point, the snow had stopped. I had asked a couple people coming through if it was still snowing. It wasn't. So the snow had completely stopped. So we were hopeful in the afternoon, but people still weren't coming in. And then 3 to 4, that hour was saved by one of the vendors. Actually, just bought one of the little mallard squish for $8. So we finished that hour with $8. And that was it. That was the day today. So all in total, we sold $102 worth. This was 11 plushies that we sold. So yeah, so $102 total fees for the day. So we had the actual table fee, which was $40. And because of where we were in the school board again, we had to pay insurance. So that was another $22. So $62 in total for fees, which means I walked away with 40 bucks in my pocket. So not the greatest day for sure. I still don't think this was my worst one. Funny enough, I still think the one that I did in the summer was the least profitable that I had all year. Now next week I am going to do a whole review video, just all my markets of 2025 to kind of give you a full breakdown, show you what the good ones are, what the not so good ones. Obviously this was one of the not so good ones, and then everything in between. So yeah, so that was a quick one, guys. Not much to go over with this market recap for sure. But yeah, it was a little bit disappointing how we finished off market season for 2025. But now we just got to focus on replenishing stock. I think I'm going to really see what my most popular items were over the year and see, just really focus on making those items, I think, going into 2026. I actually had somebody mention today the Mabel chickens that I do, because they're so plump and round that I should make some weighted ones for a doorstop, or even somebody's talked about my snakes before because of the length of my snakes. They've mentioned it would be a good, like one of those draft, under the door draft stoppers. And funny enough, I just bought a 10-pound bag of weighted pellets on Black Friday that I'm going to use for plushies next year. So I might look at doing a couple of the chickens and do it as a doorstop. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to use the pellets for yet, but I'm definitely going to put them in some of the plushies and make them a little bit heavier, make them a little bit more unique from what others are doing in my area anyways. But with that said, guys, that's all I have for you this time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one.